I've been gone for like 5 years. Just about 5 years, around about 2017, and I've come back. Okay, and it seems to me as a lot of things is fucked up, and I see on the news that they're trying to say a lot of things, and it's all fucked up also. So, as a person that was a resident in the West End, in Louisville, Kentucky, right? Who partied, well, it said, and lived in downtown, who went through Germantown, through Germantown. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Whiteville, okay? I'm saying Germantown. Those who know there's a big difference in this, okay? They were also hood. and their gangster was respected on those terms, and vice versa. And this government, whoever's up there right now, I don't give a fuck. All I know is that this is some weird ass looking white dude with a whole lot of pop up mouth. Okay, I see that they've done a change to the police department, and they're also a bunch of pop at the mouth. I notice also that they're white, and a variety of foreign people. Okay, and that's a big concern. They said that the crime has risen, and people are getting shot randomly. That's stereotypical. Okay. Louisville grew, just not in the way white America was so happy to wants to make everybody mayonnaise land. Controlled, just the way they wanted for uniform, bland, and oppressive. Louisville was a place where people smiled, a place of old black families, traditions. It was a good place where people cared about who you were, not what your name was. They would ask you questions like, "Who are you?" versus what your name is and stuff like that. What your name is, you know what I mean? Who your crew is? No, who are you? People smile. It was known that being outside, watching what's going on outside, was more entertaining than watching TV. Okay, no, it was a place where it was real. It was real in the Ville. Okay, being buzzers and snitches and all this shit, that didn't go. We didn't have gangs. There are no gangs in Louisville. Okay, for everybody else outside of Louisville, Kentucky, as an as a resident of the West End, who left for 5 years because my family in a different state needed me. When I came back, everything was gone. Everything that was good was gone. I cried for 3 damn days. These people are gentrifying Louisville. And you can't believe anything that they're saying. There are no gangs in Louisville. And there was no shootings by the police. They lied. Breonna Taylor was not killed by local police. They slowly blended into these people, made deals in the government with the people over there in Indiana, and they fired all the black police officers and sheriffs. They tried everything. They were doing some white people. Not from Indiana though. We didn't have that problem here. We had tourism. We had heavy tourism in Louisville, but if you go to 4th Street Live, you'll see that it's not big. The reason why we had big tourism was because of the black people here. The tourism was for us. People came to see us. And that's why the tourism is gone. The tourism ain't coming back. Because they don't want to see these people. And they already know what that is. People come from as far as Australia and around the world. It was safe enough for them to go to the hood. They said that was authentic. You never know what funny ass shit you're gonna see. Right? It's funny as hell. But what it wasn't was damn dangerous. You want to act like people that people didn't tour? I was in the West End. Man, my motherfucker, that's the guy from Australia. He had a good time. Well, he said his tour, his trip to America didn't start off till right then. It was safe enough for tourism here. Would they think they just stopped and stayed in one little bitty block? No, 4th Street over by Dusker Manor was where people were getting picked up at. If you didn't have a pass already. We didn't have gangs. It's an old city. You had families. There was drugs here. But we're talking about mafias. And crime families. And anybody know any place run by any kind of mafia is run differently. You don't have random hoodlums doing shit that ain't gonna get taken care of. It's not an issue. Because they take care of that. We're talking about old dealings, hand to hand, generation to generation. We're not talking about random hoodlum shit. That random hoodlum shit is white people. That's when you know the government's in your shit. Because if they can't blend, that's the only way they can blend in and run operations any fucking where is if they get rid of the organizations that are there. So the gangs, all right, are illegal aliens who are melanated. That they are bringing illegal aliens here. Fuck what they're saying. They are still harboring them. They're going to where black areas and propping their asses up. They're just as much running drugs in this city. Drugs in the city, fuck that shit. They are the drugs. They're bringing the fentanyl. They're bringing the shit in here. Okay? They are the ones. The Democrats are trying to gentrify Louisville. So they know Breonna Taylor. They got those motherfuckers the same way they got those police officers they got now. From everywhere but here. So they can go and run hits on people from wherever the fuck they get them from. You saw it. I'm gonna show you the video. Okay? They got foreigners over here. Louisville, they put all these different kinds of foreigners, right, to represent what? What, the people here? Where you go? Who do you gonna represent? Those groups are not here. They ran off and booting the people that was different ethnicities that were already here. They're not representing them either. Okay? Because they was hood also. Things ran better. They were not in fear of anything. There was nobody in fear of anything here in Louisville. Everybody got along. There was rules. If anybody know hood law was in effect. And hood law is not Peckerwood law. It's not meant to oppress you. It's meant to keep you from taking what's not yours. Because the hood people don't have that much for it to be taken. So consequences and repercussions were pretty high for you putting your hands on something that didn't belong to you. Okay? And motherfuckers and the government and these greedy politicians, that's all they do. Is put hands and take shit that don't belong to them and oppress people so that they can't fight back. Who's the criminal? Huh? Because now we got these random motherfuckers running around here doing all kinds of crazy shit because they're not American. So what's got them uppity if they random? Because it's the government pushing them. I know. But things in Louisville were pretty good. Real good. And sometimes when the good times sometimes make weak people. People who don't understand much because they didn't have the need to. They didn't have the need to because things were already good. I travel. I'm a veteran. I travel. You know what I mean? So I knew what the fuck it was when I came back. And I still haven't found anybody that I knew. Well, we said, and for example, for to note, right? No, what was it? You see some niggas posted up there? They're all foreigners. Those are illegals. Okay? Well, we said they're bringing them in from Indiana. Okay, now they want to go Kentucky, Southern Indiana. There was no Kentucky.